Good morning, students. This is Rahul sir, and you are most welcome in Mindwork classes. Today we are going to study a new chapter, that is congruence triangle. Okay. So if you are going to study about the congruency, then we must understand what do we mean by congruence. So first we have to understand what do we mean by congruent or congruence. So please listen. When we go to any Photoshop, that means photo studio, and we say that please take my picture and give me 30 pieces of that picture, okay, or 10 pieces of that picture. So when you get the pictures of your passport size, small size photos, what do you find? You find that all the sizes, okay, sizes of all the pictures are same. They are exactly same because all the photos are yours and the size of the photos are also same. That means each and everything of those photos is same. No difference. That means no size difference, nothing. All and everything of your that those photos will be same. So the congruence means the complete similarity. That means the dimension, angle, and each and everything will be same, exactly same. Exactly one photocopy of the other, exactly same, exactly. Okay, that means if you put one picture to another one above this one, then the second picture will hide this picture totally. And if you put this picture to the second one, this picture must hide this picture totally. So if this is the condition, then these two pictures will be congruence. Okay, so this will be the case. Now if we talk about in geometry or in triangles, what do we understand by congruence? Congruence means any shape, okay, like as I have made here, one square or something, rectangle this is. If one rectangle is exactly same to the another one, if these two rectangles are exactly same, then these rectangles will be called congruent rectangles. Okay. Similarly, if one triangle is exactly same to another one, then these two triangles are congruent. So here AB will be equal to PQ, BC equal to QR, and AC will be PR. Exactly same, nothing will be different. So AB will be PQ and BC will be equal to QR and AC will be equal to PR. Exactly same, nothing, no difference. These angles, respective angles will also be equal. Okay. Each and everything in these two triangles will be the same, then these two triangles are known as congruent triangles. Okay. So what do we understand by another thing about we already understood what is congruence. So for any line, for any one line segment, if we talk about line segment, then if we have two line segment like AB and PQ, okay, if the length of these two line segment are exactly same, let us say this is 6.5 centimeter, this is also 6.5 centimeter, then these two lines are congruent. Okay, any angle, these two angles are exactly same, this is 45 degree, this is also 45 degree, then these two angles are congruent. If these two triangles are exactly same, these are not congruent. Okay, so these things are known as congruent. Now let's talk about non-congruent figure. So non-congruence means, let us say this is one figure and this is another. We see that these two figures are totally different. Nothing is similar. Each and everything is completely different in these two figures. So these type of figures are known as non-congruent figures. Check this one. These two are completely different, no similarity here. So if these two figures are non-congruent figures, okay. Now the basic concept behind the congruency for any true triangles, we are going to study about the basically only triangles. We are not going to study about the rectangles, we are not going to study about the circle or anything. We are going to study about the congruency of two triangles. We are going to study about the only two triangles, congruency of two triangles. So for any congruency, there should be basically two types of congruency, basically basic, okay. That is, first thing, all the respective sides should be equal. All the respective sides should be equal. That means these sides should be equal, as I have already told you. Second thing is that respective angle will also be same. First, all sides are same, okay, equal, and all angles are also equal. If this is the case, then these two triangles will be congruent. Now there are four another methods from where we can also say that two triangles are congruent. Okay, there are four different methods from here we can say that these two triangles are congruent. First one is triple S. Okay, first one is triple S. What do we understand by triple S? Side, side, side. This is first rule. Triple S, side, side, side rule for congruency. Okay. What does it say? It says that if two triangles, the respective sides are exactly equal, then these two triangles will be congruent. Okay, this is the minimum condition for any two triangles for being congruent. Okay, if two triangles, their respective sides are equal, then these two triangles will definitely be congruent, whether angles are same or not. Angles will always be same if these three are same. Okay, you need not to more focus on that. You just understand that if all three sides are equal in both the triangles, then these two triangles will be congruent and their respective angles will also be equal. Their respective angles will also be equal. Okay. Now the second point is SAS rule. SAS. What does it signify? Side, angle, side. What did it say? Side, angle, side. What does it mean? It means that if two triangles, please understand, and in this case you must understand one thing more. If in any two triangles, two sides, that means let us say this one and this one, this and this, two sides are equal and the angle between those two sides, please understand, look at here, A is written between these two S, so the angle must be between these two sides, that means this side and this side making this angle. So these two sides are making this angle. So this angle must be equal to this angle, and this side and this side, this side and this side are equal. So, and if this is the condition, then these two triangles are congruent again. So we must understand this also. Again, understood that side angle, side. The third one is ASA. What is third? ASA. We can also understand from ASA angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. In any two triangles, if two angles are respectively equal, now let us say this angle is equal to this, A, B, C, P, Q and R. Let us say angle B is equal to angle Q, angle A is equal to angle P. And again please pay attention here, S is in between of these two angles. S is in between of these two angles, that means the side must be in between of these two angles. So this side will be equal to this side. If this is the case, then these two triangles will also be congruent. Okay? If this is the case, then these two triangles will also be congruent. Now, last condition is RHS, right angle, hypotenuse and side. RHS. Now, what does this say? This says that if two triangles A, B and C, P, Q and R, there are two right angles in their triangles, one triangle, right angle this and right angle this. Obviously we know that right angles are always equal, so we need not to say that right angles are equal. B and Q are equal. Angle B is equal to angle Q, that is 90 degree. Okay. Second thing, that is right angle. We already written about this. Hypotenuse, H is hypotenuse. That means this and this. Hypotenuse of these two triangles must also be equal. That means AC must be equal to PR. Okay, AC must be equal to PR. Now, the third thing is that another one side should also be equal. Another one side should also be equal. Like let us say BC is equal to QR. BC is equal to. If this is the case, then these two right angle triangles will also be congruent. Okay? If this is the case, then these two right angle triangles will also be congruent. For today, I think this is enough. Tomorrow we are going to solve this exercise.